Guys, back with another video. This video is about Ja'Niyah McMichael's, when I last left off for her case. It was talking about everybody that was in place when she went missing, everybody in her life that was around her at the time. I ended off saying that I would come back with the guy, Kevin Collins, which he goes by KC, the bodyguard on Facebook. He is the one that has been advocating for her. He is the, uh, what you call it, like private investigator on her case. And I'm going to be playing videos of him stating why he thinks Jasmine McMichael's, Ja'Niyah's mom, and her girlfriend, Kiera, are involved in the disappearance of Ja'Niyah. So y'all stay tuned. Let's get into it.
Regarding the case of Ja'Niyah and Michael Rogers. And everybody has something good to say about Ja'Niyah. I've interviewed neighbors, I've interviewed people from church, family members, friends, even some of Ja'Niyah's classmates. But there's so many interviews, recordings that I have, and it's a lot of them that really sticks to me. And this is one of them that, just hearing it pisses me off, because I've been saying for a long time that Jasmine McMichael knows where her daughter's at. And I'm continue saying it because that's what I believe in. But I want you all to listen to this recording with me and one of Ja'Niyah's friends, classmates, and tell me what you think about this. Then you understand why I'm going so hard to find this baby. Check it out. So I'm kind of lost. This morning.
Wait, about the having somebody kill her?
Yeah.
Ja'Niyah tell people, cause I'm a grade ahead of her. And when I was in 8th grade and she was in 7th grade, she'll be telling people she felt like her mama would have somebody kill her, or her mama was gonna kill her.
Did she say why she was thinking like that?
She said cause her mama would be abusive towards her.
Oh, wow. So, in the beginning, I asked Jasmine, who is some people that she think is responsible for her daughter's disappearance. The first person she named throughout the door was her mom, Dahlia James. So as a private investigator, I started doing my homework.
Hello?
Yeah, this man again. So quick question. I'm at a park right here. I think it's called Guthrie. I think it's the name. Huh?
Guthrie?
Yeah. How far do your mom stay from you?
Like 3-4 minutes.
So it'll be walking distance, basically.
Yeah.
Text me your mom's address. I'm finna ride by there.
I don't know her exact address. I just know it's on. I only been to her house one time. I know the boyfriend restaurant is on Euclid.
his restaurant in East Chicago too?
Yeah, his restaurant like 5 minutes from there. That's right around the area we was at.
You know the name of the restaurant? Or how it look?
It's called Taco Delight. And it's a liquor store across the street from it, right on the corner.
Trying to figure out what block your mom stay on. And then, I'll take the stroll down that block.
Alright, well, I know it's right over there by the Boys and Girls Club. So if you can find the Boys and Girls Club, it's right there.
Okay, I've been trying to Google.
Okay.
Alright. It was mighty strange that Jasmine didn't know the exact address of her mom. So here it is, I'm in East Chicago, like a chicken with his head.
Your call has been forwarded.
Hey, quick question. I'm over, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm over in this area. What kind of buildings, is it like project buildings that your mother said she's seen a run through?
I wouldn't be able to tell you because she didn't tell me that she just said an apartment building.
Right, yeah, because I'm literally right on Broadway and Ivy. Well, when I was just ran past, I seen like some project buildings. Not too far, a couple blocks up. There's also a park. I'm gonna go sit up at the park. So much of kids at that park, so I'm gonna see if I can probably, stay at that park. But yeah, I rolled through the projects. Ain't nobody out there.
Okay.
Yeah, so alright, I'll just keep you updated. I'm over in this area.
Alright.
Alright. Which is my job to find out as much information as I can about Miss Ja'Niyah James, as well as, cabins in the area where Miss Ja'Niyah stayed at, stakeouts and a Saturday. That's part of my job. So that I did. So, I didn't find, no type of evidence that would even say that Ja'Niyah was even in East Chicago. Even after Jasmine said her mom told her that she was leaving home and she seen Ja'Niyah walking down the street in East Chicago. So she stopped the truck and got out and, yelled Ja'Niyah, and Ja'Niyah turned around, looked at her, and took off running between some project buildings over there. So I investigated that, as you know, of course, I didn't find Ja'Niyah. So, I continue on with the investigation. The second suspect, who Jasmine was pointing out, was a little boy named Lakeith that went to school with Ja'Niyah. And she stated to me that she believes that this little boy has kidnapped Ja'Niyah and etc. And that's who Ja'Niyah is pregnant by. So, just like with her mom, I investigated the boy Lil Keith and his family.
So what we have to do is let Casey take the lead on everything. Whatever we get, we have to give to him so him and his team can do it. We are not going to get her by ourselves. They're not going to give us to her. They're not going to give her to us. So let them, whatever lead you get, if you don't want to send it to me, send it to him and let them take the lead. Because the boy just called him. He ain't calling mom. They're the one offering the reward money now. So now they're really going to give him information. So he has to take lead on everything. I'm even stepping back and letting him do his thing. Now that we know that she's being held against her will with this McKeith guy, we can't do shit but let him take lead, or we're gonna go pick her up and we're gonna have to put her in a fucking body bag, and I don't want that.
Found out, you know, that wasn't true. That this little boy, Lakeith, in fact, never seen or even talked to Ja'Niyah outside of school. So, by this time, you know, Jasmine and her family started threatening and harassing this little boy, Lakeith, and his mom and them, popping up at their house, trying to fight him, everything. So, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking that it's the second suspect who Jasmine claimed is responsible for her daughter's disappearance. So, you know, a lot of things is going in the back of my head. But at the beginning of this case, when I first came on, I spent a lot of time talking and being around Jasmine and Kiara, you know. But I asked Jasmine, you know, who are some of the people that she think, you know, her daughter may be with. So she gave me a couple of names, you know. So, you know, I followed up with those names and, you know, conducted my own investigation, and I didn't find no means of pointing a finger and labeling people a suspect. You know, I've cleared them. Some of the police even cleared. But it just makes me pissed that I feel like as long as the fingers were being pointed everywhere else to other people, the pressure wasn't on Jasmine. Everyone who she called a suspect, I've watched, I interviewed, I talked to them. I even been to some of their houses and searched myself, and then I didn't find nothing.
On Instagram, she like, on his Instagram page, the house they went to. Yeah, that's why they went over there. But that's not the house that goes to the house. Because they listen. Far as fuck in like Blackheart, that's whatever. But they're all in cahoots. They all know each other. They're in a gang. They're moving her around because we're knocking on these doors.
So I was speaking to Jasmine one day, you know, just when everything was getting out of hand. And I asked Jasmine, I said, if I'm able to reach out to Lakeith and his mom, would you be willing to sit down or even talk on the phone with the mom and Lakeith so we get to the bottom line of this? Because it's getting out of hand with Jasmine and her family sending these people threats and guns being drawn and etc. So she agreed to it. Now, as soon as I got the phone with her, I told Jasmine, I said, I'm going to reach out to her. I don't think that Jasmine thought that the little boy and his mom was going to respond so quickly. But the mother responded to the call that I put out to her. And immediately she explained to me everything that had been going on between Jasmine and her family, which I had no idea because I was left out the loop.
You discussed that you were supposed to set up a meeting, and I told you, first of all, I didn't answer the phone for you because my phone was on the charger, and I told you my cousins was here. When my cousins got here, I put my phone on the charger, and I was talking to them and chilling with them for a minute, so I didn't get your calls until after the fact. But I was waiting on you to let me know that, hey, y'all gonna talk on this day, y'all gonna talk on this time, but not for us to get on the phone right then and there and to get on Facebook Live, because it's shit we need to discuss, but Facebook Live don't need to know all my daughter's business about her being pregnant. But I just feel like if you are a part of this for Ja'Niyah and you came out here so purposely to find Ja'Niyah, then clearing him, that's not.
What's going on, everybody? This is part 4 of things I've been releasing. So, a couple people asked me, do I think that Kiara Bates' mom, Yolanda, knows what happened? At first, I didn't, but then I got to thinking and going through some of my files, as well as my recordings. And, just reflecting back, now I think I can say that she does possibly knows more than what she's saying. Now, as you seen her and her husband come on my live, my thing is I prefer them to talk more and I listen, because sometimes when you allow people to talk without interrupting them, sometimes they're telling themselves. So in this case of Ja'Niyah McMichael Rogers, not only did the words that Jasmine McMichael was saying to me regarding her 13-year-old daughter, Ja'Niyah McMichael Rogers, rub me the wrong way, because here it is, it's a 13-year-old that's missing. How could you say anything negative about this 13-year-old? But Jasmine McMichael wasn't the only one that was saying something negative to me about this missing baby. Yolanda Walker was also saying something negative about this baby, which I'm going to show you evidence throughout this video. Stay tuned.
Ja'Niyah wasn't as innocent as people thought she was. Yes, she was quiet. But Ja'Niyah had been coming home with hickeys on her neck and shit from school and a whole bunch of more shit.
So, as you just heard in the video that I just played for you, I guess you probably thinking the same thing I'm thinking. And also I want to point out another thing about Miss Yolanda Walker. Earlier, in the investigation, she had said that Jasmine, Kiara, and the kids were staying with her, and then they all moved a couple doors down from her. But guess what? I found out that was a lie. And I have evidence, again, to show everybody, because this don't make no sense. If nobody else knows what is going on with Ja'Niyah McMichael Rogers, it would be Jasmine McMichael, Kiara Bates, Yolanda Walker, and even Nathaniel Walker, which I'm going to get on him later on, probably in the next chapter. But I'm just pointing out different facts that I could state. So.
Nothing ever told me, I don't know if it's true or not. It was told me that when I guess Jasmine Kiara moved out of your house into that house a couple of doors down, that Ja'Niyah stayed there with you.
She did.
Because she didn't get along with Deja.
She did.
So that's true?
Yeah.
So, as you just heard in that recording, where Yolanda Walker has said that when Jasmine and Kiara and the kids moved out of her house, that Ja'Niyah continued staying with her. It raised a big question to me. But not only that, so Miss Yolanda Walker, when I was speaking with her on the next recording, which was via FaceTime, she showed me her house. She showed me the upstairs, which I found kind of obvious because she said that she showed me a seating area. And she also showed me Ja'Niyah's room. Now, my thing is, to the FBI, I seen that you all went in Jasmine McMichael's home. Now, the thing is, I wish you all would take a trip in Yolanda Walker's home.
Well, they talking about CPS came in my house. You never been in my house.
No.
Let me show you how I live. While the motherfucking mammy. This is my sitting area. Ain't no light on, but this is my sitting area. This is upstairs now. This is the bedroom that Ja'Niyah was staying in. But her mama admitted to the police that Ja'Niyah and Deja got raped at her house.
Now, as you just heard in that previous recording between me and Yolanda, where she states that Jasmine McMichael admitted to the police that Ja'Niyah and Deja, in fact, got raped at her house, not Dahlia's. We've seen Jasmine McMichael saying all the time how these kids got, SA'd, if that's how y'all say it, at her mom's house. But when you have facts, some just don't add up with it. You all heard it.
They left the house when they knew Kiara and Jay went to bed, and they came back around 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And Witch found out Ja'Niyah was getting in the car with a grown man, while Deja stayed up at the school playing, and he dropped Ja'Niyah back off at the school so they could come back home together. Oh, they didn't tell you that?
Yeah, that part they did.
Yo, so as you just heard in the previous video, I have questions regarding what Miss Yolanda Walker has said to me. Number one, how is it that these kids are going up to abandoned school 1, 2 in the morning? Jasmine and Kiara is asleep. First of all, how is it that Yolanda Walker even know that these kids are sneaking outside of the house at 1, 2 a.m. in the morning, and Ja'Niyah is meeting some guy around the corner, and Deja stand up there to the school 1 or 2 in the morning until Ja'Niyah returns back from meeting an older guy? The question is, how is it that you know so much about 1, 2 a.m. in the morning? Then not only that, how is it that Jasmine and Kiara is so-called asleep while this is going on? Neither one of them has jobs, unless, I can see if they maybe have something or something like that. But how is it that these kids are able to leave the home of Jasmine and Michael 1, 2 in the morning to go around the corner at an abandoned school? Make it make sense. if you've been following this, this case from day one, you've seen how, at the beginning, Jasmine and Kiara, was happy that I came on the case. But as soon as I started questioning them, that's when things kind of went left. And the same thing now with Yolanda. As you can see, she gave me a shout out on her page. But I'm pretty sure now she probably feels different. But what people don't understand is my loyalty is with the missing people. So understand, while you think you playing me for a fool, you got to be out your damn mind. I'm going to stand on business for the missing people. I'm going to stand on business for Ja'Niyah McMichael Rogers. Because this baby is 13 years old. And the last adults to even be around her is Jasmine McMichael, Kiara Bates, Yolanda Walker, and Nathaniel Walker. So, where's Ja'Niyah McMichael Rogers at, y'all? Explain that to me.
Now, this is him talking to Nathaniel Walker, the guy that they're saying S8 her, as well as Kiara S8 her. This is Kiara's stepdad. And he's basically, I guess, talking to Kevin to clear his name or whatever. So let's get into it.
I want to let everybody know who you are.
All right, cool.
So, this is Nathaniel Walker, who plenty have heard the lady Pebbles from Mr. Loss of Traffic had, she been trashing his name. He's the husband of Yolanda Walker, Kiara Bates' mom, which would be Ja'Niyah's step-grandfather. So he reached out to me, wanted to clear the air because lately Pebbles, Mr. Loss of Traffic, been kind of giving out false, information, accusations, and he reached out to me, so I'm opening my platform for him because I believe that everybody has the right to stand up for themselves.
Exactly.
So, the floor is open to you, brother.
Hey, so my name's Nathaniel Walker. I'm married to Yolanda Sims, Bates, Walker, all the names that Pebble says that she go, but her maiden names. So she has a multiplicity of freaking aliases based on what Pebble's got to say. But yeah, I am the, if you want to say, grandfather of Ja'Niyah, just based on the relationship that Kiara Bates has with Ja'Niyah's mom, Jasmine. So the thing is that the only reason that we know Jasmine and her children is because we opened up our doors to them. Maybe somewhere around, it was in January of last year. They stayed with us. No, it was the year before last. They stayed with us exactly one whole year. And then they were blessed to be able to get their own apartment.
Okay.
So during all that time, we were trying to help them to develop and become something better than what they had been in the past. So based on whatever Jasmine, and no matter what her children were going through, we had no idea about all the family dynamics, the dysfunction that she had to deal with on her side. There were times when we had CPS at our door. For what reason? They were in and out of our home. The schools were calling my wife to come up to the school to take care of the children's situations and things of that nature because they realized that we were the responsible ones.
Gotcha.
During that whole time, all we tried to do was help them to become something better than what they were when they came into our lives. And then all of a sudden, we've got this child running away, missing, whatever the case may be. But we're going to get the facts straight. Because at the end of the day, her family is saying that they haven't seen her since June 10th of this year. Lie. But the main reason why I'm on here is because I'm tired of pebbles distorting the truth and leading people astray, bamboozling folks or whatever they want to call it.
Right.
Now, for those of you that want to be able to take notes, I really need you to take notes so you can remember exactly what I'm saying. Now, calendar over here so I can keep up with the dates, just in case, you guys see me looking off to the side. And thank you, Kevin,
No
for
problem.
opening up your platform, So on June 20th, this is in regards to me and my trucking and not being in the area or in state when all of this stuff transpired.
Gotcha.
On June 20th, I was with a company called Super Ego. Drove for them all the way up until June 28th. When my truck broke down, they didn't want to get me home. My wife drove almost 10 hours to Alabama to come pick me up. We mosey on back up here to Gary, get home on the 29th. We go to a birthday party. Guess who's there with us? Ja'Niyah. So it ain't no such thing as Ja'Niyah hadn't been seen. You may not have been seen by her immediate biological kinfolk, because her biological kinfolk were on some bullshit. Just to put it out there. So on June 29th, we go to this party. Ja'Niyah's there. June 30th, and let me back up. On June 29th, I picked up a rental car to go to East Des Moines, Illinois for my new job starting on July 1st.
Yeah.
With Hirschbach Trucking Lines. So June 1st, all the way up until I met Mr. Kevin Collins, which was August the 16th, is when my wife picked me up from the truck stop and brought me home. And Mr. Kevin was out there just now getting ready to kickstart this campaign and trying to find this baby. Now, mind you, on August 12th, my wife called me and let me know that this baby was gone. Not at home, ran away or whatever. I don't know. So now, I'm not even in town when this child went missing. As a matter of fact, my wife didn't even know till that morning.
Yeah.
But what nobody is saying, since the family hadn't seen her, nobody's saying, where did she come from on that Friday? Guess what? She was with family. When my wife told me that that child was going to be with her family, I told my wife the week prior to me coming home, I said, baby, that's not a good thing. I think something is not going to be right with that situation. And look where we are today.
So today we're going to see how many cards we can buy on the Whatnot app for $100. Just join a single stream.
So what Pebbles is concerned about is, why was I home and not out driving the truck? Fuck you. I don't have to explain nothing to you. Now, on August 17th, the search kicked off. Why was I home? To be with my family and to help look for this child. The following week, I go back out. I'm with Hirschbach in Nala Transportation. Pebbles, since you so concerned about the name of my company. But what you don't understand is that I did not set up my LLC. The company set it up. So the date August 5th you're talking about, Pebbles, yes, it may have been filed in Indianapolis, but I wasn't nowhere around in Indianapolis. The company filed the LLC, and it needs to go through Indiana in order to be put on record, miss. So the following week, I come back home. We're doing a second search. I believe I was there. I seen Mr. Kevin, and I don't know what transpired between the first time I saw him and met him, and the second time, because now we in two different groups.
Yeah.
So that's either here or now. But what I'm trying to get across to you people who have been hoodwinked is that Pebbles ain't nothing but a fat ass liar. And that's all she's doing, because her facts are not correct. So every week I came home, because I was home weekly, I was out there looking for this baby. Now, as it relates to us harassing the searchers, not so true. How in the world do my wife and I know, going to Wendy's, that the search party is on Central, and we just so happen to turn that way and see them? But now they so pissed off at us on our way back home. How do we know they still there? Our intention is not to mess with them. Our intention was to go get me something to eat and bring my behind back home. And the police talked to us and told us the best way to handle this situation is through civil lawsuit. So I don't understand why they keep saying that we were harassing them when that's not the case. They were the one that was continuously coming on the block, searching the abandoned houses across the street and this and that. We didn't have no, look, if we can't stand in our front yard, if you want to come on the block and just do what you're going to do, we didn't say nothing to you other than to throw our hands up and look at you. But then you say we were shooting at you. It's all a lie. All of these lies are just created to create chaos and mistrust in people. We've never done anything to anybody negative to try to make them feel like they were less than. Now, I'm supposed to be the guy that had the baseball cap on, the White Sox cap. I don't wear those hats. This is what I wear. This is what I wear because I represent my country. I'm a true patriot. I'm one that's willing to die and lay my life down on the line for anybody, including that baby. So I don't understand why in the hell that Pebbles thinks it's okay, along with Jasmine's family, to put all these innuendos out there, knowing it's not true. Now, the focus has gone way off of the baby, and now it's on trashing each other, which our family has been quite quiet, and I can guarantee you nobody has heard us say a peeping word, because you know what? Silence is golden. Because at the end of the day, we don't have to defend ourselves if we've done nothing wrong. But at this point, it's gotten totally out of hand. And I'm quite fucking pissed off because all I ever tried to do was help people. And for those of you that don't know, I am a social worker. And I have a duty to warn. So if at any time I thought that something happened to that baby, no matter what my relationship was with my stepdaughter and her girlfriend, it is my duty by law to report what the hell is going on. Because at the end of the day, it's the children that matter. And for those of you who have allowed yourself to get caught up with Pebbles, yeah, she paying her rent off of y'all. She paying her light bill off of y'all. But she ain't getting her fucking hair done off of y'all, though. I can tell you that. Yeah, and I'm being sarcastic. I am fucking pissed off and tired of this putting this bull crap out there. You on our Facebook page, checking our Facebook page, and just because we don't post Jasmine's children on our page don't mean that we don't care about them? Girl, you got us fucked up. And all we ever tried to do was just be good people. We didn't want this war with you, but you bringing this on yourself. And I hope this goes super live. And it doesn't really matter. If you think I'm angry, hell yeah, I'm angry. Because I have a right to be angry. I don't even know if there's anything else I need to say. I tell you what, I love my family, and I'll defend my family to the last. And my wife, you can keep my wife's name out your mouth. Because you wish you was half the woman that my wife is. My wife is a compassionate woman. My wife is a loving woman. But she ain't going to take no shit off of you neither. My children, they are loving and compassionate, but they the same. They going to take nothing off of you. All we ever want to do is help. And that's all we going to continue to do. And for those of you that will not allow yourself to get caught up in all this foolishness, excuse me if I'm spitting a little bit because I'm just getting a little bit overwhelmed.
I understand.
It's just too much. It's too much. All of this stuff that's going on with the young lady, Emma. First it was Emma. So she couldn't get no traction with Emma. Now she went back to Ja'Niyah. Come on now. And y'all talking about who she praying to. Talking about she being led by the Spirit. What spirit? Yes, and another thing, I am human, but at the same time, I'm a minister. And I respect God. That's one thing people don't know about me. There's many aspects to my life. And I love who I am. And I'll be damned if I'm going to let some woman that have no idea, don't even live in Gary, come across these airways and keep spreading these foolish lies. And those of us who allow ourselves to be led astray will find ourselves one day in a situation and we'll be looking up, asking ourselves, how in the hell did we get here? No pun intended. How in the hell did we get here?
Hey, Nathaniel,
Yes,
I
sir.
just want to first say thank you for reaching out to me
No problem.
to speak your piece behind this. It's been long, man.
Yeah,
And as you know, I've been busting my balls behind
I
this,
know.
and but on another note, her father wanted to join the live with you. I guess he wanted to speak with you. Is that cool?
Whose father?
Ja'Niyah's.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
All right, hold on. Let me add him.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see if I can add him. Because, what people don't realize is, you can't just listen to everything that's coming out of Pepper's mouth when she physically never, ever been out there with us to even pass out a flyer.
Exactly.
So, I just feel like anybody that's willing to step forward, just like at the beginning with the boy Lakeith and his mom, you know what I'm saying? Jasmine pointed the fingers at them.
Mm-hmm.
And so just like you, they reached out to me, wanted to speak on their behalf because, I guess they were just fed up kind of like how you was.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Again, that's just my thing, my situation with Jasmine, that's how, I feel. I said what I said about Jasmine, and hold on. Let me see if I can add them. Hold on. You said it won't let.
Look, he asked the question, when was the last time I saw his baby?
Okay, you said at the
And
bottom.
listen, bro, I want to tell you, man, my heart goes out to you because I have 2 children and I have a granddaughter, biological children. And to this day, I miss them just like I know dang on well that you miss your baby. The last time I saw your daughter was on June 29th. June 29th at a birthday party with us. And then on June 30th, I left to go to East Dubuque, Illinois for orientation that Monday morning with a new company. And like I told Kevin and I spoke earlier, I was gone for up to almost 8 weeks until the day I came back and met Kevin. I met Kevin on the 16th, I believe it was, on a Friday.
Right.
When I got home. And that Saturday, we went out looking for your baby, bro. So my heart goes out to you, man, because at the end of the day, yeah, that's your baby, man. And she done been through a bunch of crap. And it don't have nothing to do with the children. It's the environment in which they grow up in, and it's how they're molded and the people that they're around. Which, you know, some people you just can't leave your kids with, period. And I know this for a fact because I was a kid once before, and I shouldn't have been left with certain people. But I grew up and I come to understand that even as a man, we got to protect ours at all costs. And I'm willing to do that. And when it came to your baby, and I'm talking directly to that gentleman, when
Right.
it came to your
His name
baby, man,
Antonio.
huh?
His name Antonio.
Antonio, man, I was willing to go through hell and high water to help find your baby. Didn't matter how hot it was, how cold or whatever, because that's yours. And I respect you, man, even though we never met in person. And don't nobody, and my wife, just like my wife just stated, like I told you earlier, the family want to say they ain't seen the baby. But guess who she was with on August the 11th? Was it August 11th? Let me get the dates right.
Oh, Pebbles just jumped on, joined the live. Go ahead.
It was August. It was August. When would that baby come home? Jimmy, let me get the calendar right, cause I ain't with all that bullshit. August.
Come with me as I complete a hop, skip, drive ride. I see I have a ride coming up in 15 minutes. His name is Kai.
Damn. August the. Where am I? Oh, August the 11th. She was with family. The sister. CPS. Don't nobody know that, do they? You don't know that, do you, Pebbles? Yeah, I'm Nathaniel Walker, the 62-year-old that you say, ask the question, what do they have in common with each other? Nothing, baby, other than we tried to help that baby. That's the only thing that we have in common. It's because we tried to help that baby and her siblings. Regardless, as I spoke earlier, of where of how their upbringing was in the past. Their past wasn't our concern. Their present and their future was, sister. So before you go out there and you start speaking on stuff that you have no facts about based on the innuendos that you getting from her side of the family, which are lies, and you didn't know because you've been lying. You birds that flock together, whatever the fuck that saying is. Yeah, you right there with them, and it don't make no sense. So you need to go back on your page and apologize to your followers because you ain't been doing nothing but putting false information out there. And yeah, true enough, the FBI didn't find nothing in their home to incriminate anybody. As a matter of fact, sister, you don't know, we allowed them to search our cars without a search warrant. Yeah, I'm fucking tired of it. And at the end of the day, like I said earlier, since you just jumped on, you want to know where I was August 5th? Fuck, I don't know. But I tell you what, my paperwork in this computer in this truck can tell you where I was. And as a matter of fact, when you want to talk about looking at cameras, how about I spoke with GPD while I was in California when they came to my home and my wife let me give them the password to our camera so they can look at the cameras. Yeah, you better speak truth and you better speak fact because God hates a liar. And I can tell you that. Now, I'm gonna pull back a little bit, and anybody got any questions, want to say something or whatever, I'm right here.
So, let me ask you a question. What type of girl is Ja'Niyah to you?
Ja'Niyah, the typical child that's going through change in their lives, development. Okay? There's a lot of issues that this baby have had to deal with growing up. Now, she has no idea how to truly process it. She has no idea of what it takes to manage her emotions. But at the end of the day, that's why we as adults have to be there to help guide them. So, overall, she's a good child. She just needed to be loved to the point to where she understood what that really meant. But you got to understand from where Jasmine came from, her upbringing. See, as a social worker, I studied all of that human behavior is learned behavior. Learned behavior can be deterred, can be changed, but if there's no processes in place to help that change, then that change is not going to come. So you got to look at the environment in which these children were born. Now, I'm going to say something that's probably going to put some people on their fucking heels, and I want you to stand on your heels. You know, there are a lot of things that I might not agree with when it comes to Jasmine, but at the end of the day, what about the damn father, the dad? Now, I'm not talking about Antonio.
Yeah. The other guy.
The other guy.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, from my understanding, Mr. Antonio wanted a relationship with his daughter.
He did.
And I respect that. But at the same fucking time, what about the dad? Now, I'm going to leave that right there. But when it comes to Ja'Niyah and her siblings, all they needed was guidance, love, and affection. And that's what we were attempting to give them. But we were having CPS at our door every other day because the mom felt it was a need to send them over there because she felt something wasn't out of place. Man, and another thing, I want to know, why is it that she's so envious of my wife? Because, I can answer that. I can answer it. Because my wife was doing something that she hadn't attempted to do and she wasn't willing to do. See, she had her picking and choosing. She chose to love one child and dismantle the others. And I respect that. I mean, if she loved one more than the other, that's on her. But do she know how that affected the remaining children? It doesn't make sense. Yeah, Mr. Roster, you've been cheated out of your baby's life. Yes, you have. And it's unfair. Despite or whatever your situation may have been in regards to your relationship with Jasmine. It's not fair. And I understand. And I respect that. I really don't know what else to say. This is just too much. She's a go-getter. And all she's been trying to do is help Jasmine, come to terms with how to deal with the children, And I want to say something to Antonio. I know it hurt to hear from me, but, bro, I'm telling you, man, I stand on business, man, when it comes to the kids, bro. And look, no matter if you would have been locked up or free man, I still would have been part and still are willing to be a part of your child's life. you know, because at one point I believe she's coming home. It's just that we gotta be prayerful. We gotta be mindful that all of this back and forth with who did this and who did that and who's not doing this and who's not doing that, that's not serving a purpose. What should have been done is we all should have been able to come together and go downtown and march together instead of being divided. One day at the search, my wife just plainly came and asked the question, are we all family? Jasmine's mom walked one way and everybody's just scattered. Because at the end of the day, like I say, whatever you got against my wife, you better sweep that under the rug and get it out of your heart, because that malice is gonna carry you down. You're being malice. You're being. I don't, man. I can't even find the words, man. When I get lost for words, we've got a problem. We've definitely got a problem. But this has got to come to an end. This got to come to an end, man. I couldn't even sleep tonight. I called my wife, told my wife, man, I got to talk about this, cause I'm so tired. Oh shit, Pebbles, you gonna block me now? Yeah, you didn't know. I've been watching you. I've been watching you because I'm supposed to be the guy with the baseball cap on. Chick, I don't even wear baseball caps, especially the White Sox. Come on, be for real. That ain't even my MO. I stayed on business for mine. I'm definitely gonna sit down. Yeah, all that other stuff, no. And then going on our page, pulling my trucks off. What's that supposed to prove? Yeah, I'm a professional truck driver. I provide for my family. That's what I do. But you trying to make it seem like I did something to this child, but you don't have the dates down right, my friend. And I know what I want to say, Kevin. And to all you guys that are listening, what she forgets to mention is, and I said earlier, there's a computer in this truck. It knows my ins and out, my whereabouts at all times. And guess what else is in here? A camera. Hello? Reach out and touch your neighbor and say a camera. To the facts and what it means to be a truck driver out here with all the computerized stuff that we have in our trucks and the cameras and the paperwork that we sign going from state to state saying that this is what we were during these particular times, ma'am. So if you don't believe me, then that's up to you. I have.
Okay, cool, fam. Promo alert. If you guys are looking for good quality dogs, I'm promoting someone's dog business. It's called Dog Father. He has tricolored ABKC registered bullies, good quality dogs. They come with the first shots and dewormed. The number is listed below the flyer. If you guys want any puppies, you can contact him at the number below on the flyer.